Here we go!
Hey guys, what is up? I hope you all are having yourselves an excellent holiday season and that you're staying warm. As of right now, I don't think Amy's having all that much luck staying warm herself, but she doesn't seem to mind right now because she's making up for it in spades. Look at her snowboarding down beside that mountain with style, bro! If you ask me, she might have taken a few notes from the object of her affection, namely a certain blue hedgehog that we all know and love. So what's up, everybody? This is GamerBlake90, temporarily signed as your chief of the Pink Blurs, and... well, I was hoping that the ice cube she was riding inside would give her some immunity from those spike bits, which are made up of extremely sharpened icicles, but I don't think she's going to be that lucky, which is most unfortunate. Anyway, welcome back to my channel. For this video, we are continuing my Amy Rose playthrough of Sonic 3D and 2D with my favorite stage in the game, and also a very fitting choice of a stage, given that it is close to the holiday season as of this video, and that is, what? Hey, Penguin, I am trying to finish my introduction here. I'll thank you not to interrupt me. Seriously, have you no manners? Anyway, we are continuing my playthrough of Sonic 3D and 2D with a Diamond Dust Zone. And if you notice right off the bat, this soundtrack is positively slapping. Obviously, it's just a wintry theme for a stage like this, but it feels a lot more Christmassy if you get my drill. I talked about this briefly when, well, these bad displacements are getting on my bad side already. But yeah, I talked about this briefly in my last video when playing through the Spring Stadium Zone, but the soundtrack for this stage positively slaps. And it has a Christmassy touch to it as well. So if you weren't in the mood for the holiday before, even if it is like July or such, yeah, you're definitely gonna be ready for Christmas. I think we all are ready for Christmas, but I think, given the recent news that surfaced about Sonic coming to Netflix in 2022, we're a lot more anxious over that. Oh my god, but let me try and focus here. I'm missing way more rings than I should. Ah! Okay, but we made up for it. Thank you, Soda for being generous. I appreciate that. Ah! Wow. He's being unusually generous with special stage layout. That's a lot more rings than I expect him to throw at us. But I'm not complaining. Oh yeah, right, Soda talked about this as well. If you're jumping in a special state and a bomb crashes into you, it doesn't actually damage you. And apparently it worked just like this in Sonic 2, and I'm fairly certain I recall a decent number of occasions where that has in fact happened, but I never understood why. Okay, so up to 160 rings for the requirement this time. I may have to put a cork in the commentary for a little bit, cause I'm trying to focus. These special states have been known to stress me the heck out, but so far we're doing pretty decently. And also, ah! Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Don't bum me like that, please. Not when I was just praising this game out the wazoo. This is how you reward me? But I was going to say, this is a very fitting choice of a color for a special stage, considering the character that we're playing as. This might be a good omen. But yo, seriously, this is probably the most generous output of rings I've ever seen in a special stage, period. And I played through this before, but I think this particular stage was played off camera while playing this game with Sonic. If my memory is not failing me. Okay. Oh god, we're missing way too many rings. We cannot have that. Is there something to the left? Okay, okay. We're just one short. Come on, give me more, give me more. There we go. Now, hopefully we don't run into too many bombs, because each one will cost us exactly 10 rings, and I don't want to lose that many. Ah, no! No, come on. Oh, no, the Let's Play curse is hitting me, and it's hitting me hard. Okay, thank you for showing me mercy. There's also one more Chaos Emerald to get after this, and we just obtained our 6th one, the Purple Chaos Emerald. You know, looking at Amy right now, she seems to be a sort of a mixture of pink and purple from this pixel of her character in Sonic 3D and 2D. She's mostly known for her pink shade, but sometimes I can't decide whether she looks more purple or pink. Like, look at her. Am I just colorblind or something? I mean, you can definitely see that her headband is pink, without a doubt, but she looks like a bit of a mixture between the two. I'll leave it to you all to judge, though. Regardless, we have ourselves our 6th Chaos Emerald. I almost landed smack into that spike bed for no apparent reason, other than my own foolishness. Also, be careful, these are explosive snowmen. You can attack them before they explode, but if they do explode, they are going to hurt. And also, whenever you do destroy a badnik in this stage, the flicking that inside each of them will be frozen solid in a block of ice, but you can attack it again to free them. It's a subtle shout out to the fact that whenever you rescue flickies in the original 3D blast, you would then have to free them from blocks of ice after destroying the badniks they were trapped within. Only this time around, you're not required to do that for this fan game, but either way, I can appreciate that attention to detail on Sodanut's part. Oh, wow, crap. I just noticed. There was a ledge up there, but I don't think, yeah, we're not going to be able to get on there. Also, be careful. If ever you go on any of these slopes, Amy will enter into a sliding animation, much like how you would see with Sonic when he slides along oil and oil ocean and such, but that makes her vulnerable. So if you jump, be prepared to swing her hammer to improvise for off-screen hazards. And also no, getting frozen yourself will not hurt you. It's kind of like Press Guard in Sonic Mania, in which it's actually meant to serve as a benefit. Anyway, is that a frozen flicky? Yes, that is. Let's see if I can increase my launch velocity a little more as opposed to before. Crap! We fell like an inch short of landing smack on that platform. Oh yeah, that's right. But those walls of ice you saw me break through earlier when we were passing through this section to get to that special stage? That is an example of a series of walls Sonic himself cannot go through using his spin dash. So what you just saw here was a sample of Amy being able to experience the stage in a way that Sonic cannot. And I believe Knuckles can also break past that obstacle, being the brawny echidna that he is, but I could be wrong, although I strongly doubt it. He was known for patenting the ability to break through unbreakable walls. Well, walls are unbreakable to Sonic anyway. Also, I'm thinking I probably should have jumped because I had a feeling there was something to the left of where we were just at. Oh, come on! God, those penguins are so freaking annoying. They're just coming at you in large numbers. Where are we at? Alaska and Sonic Unleashed? That reminds me, I promised y'all for a while now that I'd do a Sonic Unleashed playthrough, and that has yet to come to pass. The only reason that I'm not really looking forward to all that much right now is because I only have a Nintendo Wii version of it, and in comparison to the HD version that is seen on PS3 and Xbox 360, it is not known to be the superior version, but I picked it up anyway because I'm curious to see how the game plays on that console. Let alone a console that wasn't known for recognizing HDMI support, so you had to get sort of an adapter for it. It was what I used to record my Sonic Colors playthrough that I did not long ago, and you haven't checked that out yet, it'll be one of the playlists linked in the video card at the upper right. For your benefit. It had finished for a while, but I'm seriously thinking I may need to redo it, because after making recent adjustments to my microphone, I'm going back to some of my older content and just cringing at how garbled I sound. Oh crap. Oh! Oh! Haha! The projectile immunity from the homing attack shield coming into play once again before that penguin robbed it from me! Urgh. They are quickly becoming my most hated animal right now. But for some reason, this makes me think back to that old Dreamcast game I used to play as a kid. I think it was called Pen Try Isolon, and you would race as one of a series of multicolored penguins through a series of obstacle courses that very closely mirrored, I believe, the Winter Olympics or something like that. It was kind of like a marathon where you would run across the field, you would then swim through the water, and I think there was a third course where you had to do something else that is failing to come to mind right now. Oh, look at this, guys. In case you don't remember the template for this boss, take a look at the side of the robot armor plating. And also at the jet booster on his back. That is none other than a fan-made E102 Gamma for the purposes of 2D Sonic gameplay. And though I'm making it look really easy right now, we probably have Amy's hammer to thank for that. The last time I dealt with this boss, it was a total scrap. 1, 2, 3. So that's how you deal with this. Obviously, you want to avoid the bombs that will be dropped in from overhead, and you'll want to time your jump at like the last frame or so that the laser will go right by you. Ah! Well, that boss went by a lot quicker than I expected it to. I think using the hammer swing in mid-air gives it quite an extensive hitbox. You notice on a couple of occasions that I was able to strike that boss from underneath. You could also do that to the Green Grove boss in Act 2. So, Amy definitely has the benefit of an increased vertical attack height, unlike Sonic. If I remember right though, I think he has an insta-shield, so that might be able to benefit him to that degree, but I personally think Amy is excelling in that area right now. Either way, that's it for the Act 1 boss of Diamond Dust Zone, and we are going to Diamond Dust Zone Act 2. And if you thought the Act 1 remix was a splendor to listen to, you need to take some time to listen to the Act 2 soundtrack, and then you will know what true magic is. No. I'm not trying to lose any lives right now. Where are my rings at? Rule number 1 of a Sonic stage: never start it without rings. Unless you're talking the final stage of Sonic 2, for which I'm doing a playthrough at the moment, but I'm almost done with it. I think it'll take me 2 more videos to wrap up that particular playthrough, and then we should be done. Also, can I even land inside there? I don't think I can. Huh. Let me try something. Could I maybe do this? Nope. Oh, look at Amy go! And she still can't land. Crap, so I can't even use her hammer to break that block of ice. That's what's really irritating me right now, because I can do this, but there is no way I'm gonna be able to move her forward far enough to land inside there. She'll just land on a spring first, and I can't use her hammer when being launched off a spring, which is what makes it really irritating. I'll try it one more time. Well, crap. I can't even crouch while I'm moving and do the hammer flip off of it. So that's one plan out the window, but oh! Being trapped inside ice gives you a hitbox, so badness can't do so much as hurt you. Unfortunately, spike beds are not exempt from that. Well, are exempt from that rule, I should say. So they can still penetrate the ice and hurt you, so they're not going to be very handy. Although at one point I saw Amy skidding across ice spikes without having her barrier be broken down, so I don't know, maybe there's specific timing to it that could benefit you, but that's just me, I guess. So yeah, the bubble shield. There's not exactly any water here, at least not in the foreground. You'll see some in the background, but that's kind of not important. The bubble shield is meant for foreground elements. And given that we are Amy Rose, we cannot use a bubble jump that would otherwise be accessible to Sonic. But I don't see what benefit it would do with something like this anyway. And of course, we have the hammer flip, which can be done while you're crouching. But I actually am noticing that when you have the bubble shield, you cannot be frozen by the devices that are overhead. I don't exactly know what you call them. Well, I guess we'll just call them frost generators. But with a bubble shield, you can't be frozen by them, which is weird because usually the bubble shield indicates an immunity against water hazards, and ice is frozen water, so I guess that falls within that checklist. Oh yeah, and the beauty of the second act, as you progress further and further through the stage, the background changes to reflect the fact that you are scaling down the side of the mountain. And I think that's really awesome. Also, from looking at this area, we have found another special stage ring, and that means we're about to get the last Chaos Emerald, and with it, maybe the possibility of a super form for Amy Rose. And if worse comes to worse, if I fail in this last attempt, 90 rings for the first walkthrough, that's gonna be crazy, but I've done it before, I can do it again. The problem is, it seems the majority of his rings are gonna be along the ceiling. And I have a feeling that knowing Sodanug, he's not gonna pull any punches with this last stage. But I was going to say, if worse comes to worse, I remember a decent number of special stage locations in the Volcanic Valley state was up next after Diamond Dust. So I think we'll be able to make up for that in no time, at least I'm hoping. Oh wow! Yo, it must be Christmas and Sodanug is turning into Santa Claus with these extremely generous ring outputs. I was not expecting that at all for like the last few special stages you'd have to play through, because generally, they're the most challenging of the bunch. But now I'm getting the feeling that they were a lot more challenging early on than they are right now. But I am not complaining. Because again, I don't think I've ever seen Amy go super in a game before. She wasn't built to be the kind of character to have a super form. But that would be what mods and fan games are for. And that reminds me, there's a Sonic Mania mod floating around where you actually get, a long time wish of being able to play as Amy in Sonic Mania. And I haven't tried it out yet, but I hear it's really good. And if she controls anything like she does here in this game, I can only imagine how much fun she's going to be. Whoa, these bombs are coming in hard. These bombs are coming in hard. Right now, they're not doing a really good job of flustering me. Thank God for the immunity to bombs coming in like the very last frame that I jumped. You know, we're already about to break 270 ring, and right now we're only on the 180 ring requirement, aren't we? Yeah, we are. So already 11 rings short of fulfilling the final requirement, 270 rings. That is awesome. I think we can nail this. I'd be very surprised if we didn't. Alright, we're 270. Make that 275. Woohoo! Yo, I cannot wait to see Super Amy. But then again, Amy was designed to be what is considered a hard mode version of Sonic 3D and 2D. And I think giving her a super form would sort of contradict that concept, so kind of think about it, I'm starting to doubt what she even has a super form. Still, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because we still have a good amount of special stage to go through. Oh boy. And while we're talking about being the subject of Christmas, Sonic coming to Netflix in 2022, oh my god, I have so much to say about that. You guys keep an eye out on a set of discussion videos I'm planning to start work on very soon, and naturally one was video will highlight the revelation of Sonic coming to Netflix 2 years later. Also, we got ourselves our last Chaos Emerald. Funny though, it's only saying Amy got a Chaos Emerald instead of all of them. Was that on purpose? And there's no message saying that she got all the Chaos Emeralds. Could this mean that the possibility of her having a super form in this game has... I swung my hammer! I swung my hammer! I saw that badness coming! I don't have that old man reaction time! I refuse to accept what just happened there. But hey, at least you guys got your first glimpse of Amy's death animation, and be warned, you're probably gonna be seeing it a lot more when we get to the last 2 stages, which are going to be overwhelming. And if we did not get that super form for Amy, I'm kind of going into panic mode just thinking about the @1 boss for Gene Gadget. If you need a reminder of what that is, just go look back over my Sonic playthrough of the game, and you'll understand my sudden fear. Great, now I got the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack playing in my head. Face my fears. Let me face my fears. Great song though, don't get me wrong. Fantastic artist too. We're getting a little bit too far off track, aren't we? Alright. What? Oh, right. I don't know if it's intended or not, but if you have a shield on you that isn't the bubble shield, and you do get frozen, your shield is gone. It's also like this little glitch that happens when you are transitioning into @1 boss at Green Grove. If you have a shield on you, before the contraption containing Metal Sonic crashes on top of you, you lose that shield, even though it wasn't meant to do you any damage. I don't know if Sotonak ever took notice of it, but I know he's watching this playthrough, so now that I'm pointing it out, this should be where he learns about it. Either that, or he already knows about it, but either intended it that way, or is still working on a fix to it. I don't know which, but he's free to clarify for my sake. Oh god! Are you playing Sonic 3D and 2D, or Pen and Triathlon? If you haven't heard of that game though, I'm not too surprised, cause it definitely feels like an obscure game to think about. Come on, come on, come on. I'm so grateful for that little bounce you get when you use the hammer drop to either beat an enemy or break an obstacle like that ice bit. Oh god, how many times am I gonna be dropping my rings before we finish this stage? My Sonic playthrough was full of instances where I kept dropping rings. These penguins are thieves, I tell you! Thieves! But you know, this suffering is totally worth it, because we're in heaven right now. And that heaven is the soundtrack for Diamond Dust. I said this so many times, but my god. The soundtrack in Sonic 3D and 2D is beautiful. Like, it touches your soul in a way that I would not have believed possible. And I play the Sonic series regularly, so I'm no stranger to powerful soundtrack. But this game's soundtrack was something I hadn't known about for years, at least on the Saturn. I knew about it on the Genesis, and it was okay, but the Saturn beats it into a bloody pulp. Let's be honest with ourselves for just a moment. Alright, now you might notice a subtle shift in the way I'm playing through this stage. I'm doing a lot of movement, but I'm also cutting it short abruptly with the hammer drop or just a normal hammer swing, because I ain't trying to run into crap, okay? Except that hammer drop kind of cost me, but I hadn't meant to do it. That's why I could have tilted down on the stick when that guy was coming at me. So that's why the hammer drop was triggered. Okay. And from the site of where that checkpoint was placed, I believe we are closing in on the Act 2 boss. Yo. Oh! Yo, Amy is broke! Let's talk about it for a second. She doesn't need a super form. The hammer is her super form. But I'm about to prove myself wrong relatively quickly if I don't pick up that ring. Yo, that was so busted, dude. I don't think I even need to explain how this boss works, because Amy literally cheated. That hammer is OD. Are we sure this is a hard mode version of Sonic 3D and 2D? Because I think at this point we're just fooling ourselves. I think we are. Nevertheless, that's it with Diamond Dust Zone. I feel it's kind of short-lived, but all good things had to come to an end sometime. So that little cutscene, we're going to be headed into the Volcano Valley Zone. And if you thought the soundtrack was going to cool down, pun not intended, after Diamond Dust, think again. This makes you feel like you're sort of in a Marvel superhero movie. Welcome to the Volcano Valley Zone. I'm not really sure if it really conveys the theme of a volcanic background such as this. And it's kind of weird how you see the marble Garden Mountains. Like, you would think that for the way that cutscene unfolds, you'd be taken to the interior of a volcano. But I don't think we're inside a volcano, at least not yet. We seem to be moving along another set of mountains that is dramatically the opposite of Diamond Dust climate, in which it is a fire-ridden wasteland. Like, seriously, look at these trees with those spiked branches. Gives you a sense of dread, doesn't it? But I may be showing off a little bit too much of this day for a supposed preview, so I'm gonna cut it short here. Next video, we'll continue the playthrough with the Volcano Valley Zone. And then after that, we'll have Gene Gadget and Panic Puppet. So, thank you all for watching, and part of my rather messy gameplay with Amy, she's still gonna take a lot of getting used to. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, drop us likes and comments down below. They'll make for a nice Christmas present too, so I definitely love them. And you want to keep up this series along the rest of my Sonic content, which I post on a regular basis, ring that bell, ding ding ding, and hit that sub button. I will see you all next time, and until then, peace! Blue blurs for life, or I'm sorry Amy, pink blurs for life, and take care.